I did not know the reason why Stellantis want to go all EV when it comes to Dodge and Mopar products is because for the points to continue to make gas car engines, it costs $40,000 for the points. For each point, it's $40,000. Now, just for the base model Charger, it's $40,000. So why do you think they keep marking these cars up? To make a profit off of them and split the money down the middle. So the dealer, you know what I'm saying, get a portion of it. Stellantis, the makers, everybody, all the employees, the people that's building the cars, everybody getting a cut. But yet still they have to pay $40,000 for these points. That's why they were buying them from Tesla. But I still don't understand. I don't know the percentage that they were giving Tesla for these points, or whoever that make EVs that was pretty much not using them, you know. So I don't know why Stellantis would have just continued to go down that route and just make the top trim levels Scat Packs and Hellcats, and make the bottom trim levels, you know, hybrids and EVs. That there made more sense because you would sell more of those, you know. But it don't make any sense because they won't listen to their fan base. Nobody asked for this. See, we should have been prepared for this. And another thing, now I'm hearing that China is making hydrogen engines, like water engines, water cooling engines, you know, that run off like a artificial fuel or something like that. So those are coming as well. But I'm still not understanding why Stellantis is so obsessed with Tesla. He wants to be just like Elon. And it's so annoying because they are ignoring Dodge products because their fan base is muscle car performance products, supercharger, V8s. I don't understand. We get you don't want to spend 40 bands, you know, on points. We get that. Nobody wants to spend $40,000 and then you don't even make that full profit back. So if a Charger, let's say you get an SXT or, you know, a GT, it costs them between $40,000-$45,000 just for like base model Chargers now. You're not even going to get probably 10 bands off of selling that car. So that's why they're like, do we take a chance on that? Do we go all EV to keep Dodge around? So now it makes sense why Dodge is forced to do it, because Stellantis don't want to pay the money. They have it. But my thing is they don't care about us. They don't like us. They don't really rock with the American brands like that. You know, I think somebody even said it, the CEO over there at Stellantis came out and said that he really likes Alfa Romeos, Italian cars and stuff like that. So now I get it. So just from him coming out saying that, like basically, yeah, I'm a bigger fan of Italian cars or foreign cars or European cars. Okay, we get that. But why buy Chrysler? Well, I don't get, why didn't you just say, you know what? It would be better if you just stick with GM or Ford with an American brand, or we can do it this way. You can keep the performance with GM with Dodge, you know, and SRT, but you can sell off Chrysler, you know, Jeep and Ram. Now, I know a lot of people probably won't agree with that, but I don't agree with the whole EV thing. The muscle car is going EV. A lot of people feel like that's not even a real muscle car. It's artificial. It's fake. You know what I'm saying? They won't even do hydrogen engine. They won't even do water cool. They won't even do hybrid V8s. They won't even do electric Hemis. Half hybrid, half gas, half electric. They won't even put the money into investments to even do it. And we know SRT is ready to do it. They're just sitting back waiting on the call for Stellantis to hit them up and say, hey, can y'all come over here and you know, make a concept of a nice, you know, water coolant or hydrogen type engine V8 or a lower trim level Hemi, let's say a 5.7, or let's do like a 5.2 liter, you know, or a 5.0 V8, or, you know, a 5.7 supercharger or twin turbo. Can we please get them to do that? At least. That's the most they can do. That like come on now. At least they can get together and within, like, let's say like a year or two, maybe they can save Dodge. Cause I just don't see, this ain't the move. This is not the move. All EV for a performance muscle car brand. True American muscle is gone. They killed it off. They killed off the Challengers. I already knew it was a problem then, because we should have never killed off the Challenger. The Challenger should have been, you know, pretty much the new Charger. And the Charger should have got a refresh. That's just how I feel. That's just me. But I felt like they should have never killed off the Challenger, because the Challenger has such a big fan base as well. So I don't know. But But they do want 40,000 for these points, and Stellantis feel like they're not making a profit. So I kind of understand when it comes to business point. I understand if you're paying 45, 50, you really still ain't seeing a real big true profit off of these cars because of regulators and regulations and lawmakers and all this other bull crap that's going on out here in the economy. And now we have the 300 horsepower Chargers are going to be announced. I'm pretty much thinking that it's going to be pretty much the Hurricane, inline 6, or inline 4. I really don't even know that far ahead yet, even if they even know yet. But I do know it's a 300 horsepower trim level have to come, and then so on. It's going to go up to probably like 400 plus and 500, 600. Kind of how Dodge usually does it. But it's just craziness and amazing that we're going this route and that we just cannot get it right. Going forward, we cannot get it right. And it's just a shame that it's going to be so many fans are highly upset and extremely upset and just like pissed off at the Dodge brand. And it's just sad to see that Dodge is going out like this and ain't nothing they can do about it because Chrysler signed their life away. So expect the 300 horsepower Charger in the future. So, they have backup money for those things if somebody gets hurt, or injured because of the manufacturer's fault. So that's probably why they have stopped making so many SRT products. That could be one reason. But the other reason is due to politics, regulations, and they don't want to buy the points or spend the money in points like maybe from Tesla that's not even making gas power engines, But it's okay if Ford and GM does it. They're American competitors. But Stellantis is not seeing the competition over here because they're so stubborn and hard-headed. And they are just firing everybody from every division. No matter if it's SRT, even some probably even foreign, Italian competitors too. They're probably firing people over there. But mostly it seems like they're wiping SRT clean over here. It's like they don't even have a job probably right now because that's not what they're working on. They're going to retool inline 6 that they don't even really haven't mastered. We're mastered in the V8s and V6s. I don't know why they went and just allowed them to continue to work on V6 and V8 engines instead of trying to go inline what SRT is used to doing. That's on another note. But I don't understand why they would have to, blame everything on just the US, and make it seem like we're the problem. We're clearly we're just trying to make it over here and survive. It's already hard to cost of living due to inflation. Gas prices are skyrocketed. They don't want to come out with hydrogen engines, water cooling engines, but they want to throw us in EVs that's not even going to be durable. They're going to be tearing up and breaking on everybody, and that's going to be another setback because you're going to have to go out here and rent cars that you don't even need to be renting because you could just left us in gas cars until you figure out how to make electric engines that don't run off gas. Now you can have a hybrid Hemi. You just plug it into the wall, it charges up your hybrid system, and it controls the Hemi. How like it doesn't take rocket scientists to figure these things out. I just don't get the direction that they want to go in. Yes, we get people are stealing cars. We get that right there is a shrinkage. It's just too much money being spent out and people doing all these crazy things with these Mopars out here with Challengers and Chargers because they are hot right now. Of course, if you're going to bring something out like that, that's going to be appealing to performance, car enthusiasts and young people. When you bring out stuff like this, of course, it's going to be the hottest thing on the map since like GTRs back in the day, like the early 2000s. Everybody, you cannot name one person did not want a GTR. One person did not want a Supra. You can't name one. Back in those Fast and the Furious days when it first came out. You can't name one person. It's just a fact. Everybody wanted that Paul Walker. Everybody wanted that GTR. Everybody wanted those Supras. Some people even wanted Eclipse. Some people wanted Lancers, Evos of the world, all the tuners. The tuners were the things back in the early 2000s. And now it kind of switched over to muscle cars because of the Hellcats, the demons. Muscle cars, nobody ever seen this coming from muscle cars. Who ever seen muscle cars in the far future would ever be outrunning supercars like Lamborghini, Ferrari, can keep up with on the drag strip, can beat a Bugatti. Like, whoever thought in a million years you would have never dreamed of this in the 70s. Like, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me we're going to be in the future going to be outrunning Lamborghini and Ferrari? That kind of becomes a pride thing to our supercar competitors. When you're a muscle car guy and you line up on a drag strip and you're blowing the paint, you're blowing the doors off of Lamborghinis and Ferraris. Even some Teslas can't even keep up. EV cars can't even keep up with demons. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, even Mercedes, BMW, Audi can't even keep up with Dodge products. Like, that's crazy from an American brand to push the mark that far, to raise the bar that high. And you have your foreign competitors coming at you, you know what I'm saying, 1,000 miles an hour, like complaining and trying to get you knocked off the map. So it is Stellantis, but it's a lot of our competitors too that as well is complaining that we should go EV because they know that's gonna set us back when it comes to winning races, drag scripts, you know what I'm saying? They know we don't want that. So it's our competitors as well as Stellantis going against us. So it's not just one person hating on Dodge, hating on Mopar, hating on SRT and Hemis and Hellcats and Demons. It's a lot of our competitors as well. So we have to look at people like Lambo, Ferrari, Audi, Mercedes, Beamer. Everybody is going to be complaining about going EV, but at the same time, we have to look at what goes on behind closed doors as well. We're fighting against our competitors and Stellantis, the people that own us now. Like, what are we gonna do out here? You mean to tell me we're gonna continue to go down the rabbit hole? Eventually, it's like quicksand. If you go too far down the rabbit hole, it can become a maze and you can get lost. That's why you don't want to go down this route. That's why we're trying to complain, and I'm trying to get people to understand, if we go this EV route, we don't make water cooling engines that run off hydrogen, or we don't make hybrid Hemis. Somewhere in the future, somewhere within the next 5 or 10 years, they are going to kill off Dodge completely. And I don't even think they can return, because Chrysler don't even know what to do with Dodge right now. Like, you're gonna get rid of your performance brand that pretty much made Dodge appealing, that put us on the map. There's no way without those Hellcats. We probably would have already been knocked off the map without those Hellcats. Back in the early 2000s, Ford and GM Camaro and Ford Mustang were, you know what I'm saying, pretty much beating Dodge down the drag strip, down the road, down these street racing and everything. They were faster. They were. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Those Shelbys, those Camaros, SS's. But when 2015 hit, the horsepower wars began, because once that 707 Hellcat came out, Ford know they had to do something. Camaro know they had to do something with GM. You know, they knew it. They was like, oh man, this is about to get ugly. And we already knew the Camaro was about to get ready to be dying off, because you can only have 2 at the top. You're not going to be able to have all 3. So pretty much everybody was going to choose a side. Either it was going to be the Mustang, or it was going to be the Challenger and the Charger. And everybody chose the Challenger and the Charger because there were the muscle car brothers. You know what I'm saying? They were the biggest, because you had the best of both worlds. You can get a 4-door sedan. A 4-door sedan muscle car with 707 horsepower, or a 2-door coupe. I mean, who else is doing that? Nobody else is doing that. Ford ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? GM ain't doing it. You know, with the Camaro, the Mustang wasn't doing it. You know what I'm saying? The only person who was doing it was Dodge. They pushed the mark and they raised the bar for the car enthusiasts, the muscle car guys, everybody that loves power, true American muscle V8s, the Hemis. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The SRT products, RT, you know what I'm saying? The 5.7. That's what started it all, that 5.7 Hemi. And Dodge wanted to raise the bar because of the fans and the enthusiasts kept asking them, okay, we need more power in these Scat Packs. We need more power in the 392s. We need more power in the Hellcats. And now they did. They heard us. They gave us the Red Eyes Hellcats. Then from there, they went to the Demons. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the super stocks out there. You know, You got your Super Bs, which is one of my favorite, the 1320 Challengers. You know, I love those cars because they're built for the drag strip, and that's what we want to bring back. But we have so many people out here hating on our product because they're mad because we can brag at something, and these cars are beating Lamborghinis and Ferraris that people are paying like $500,000 for, $300,000-$400,000, and they're paying under $100K, and they're leaving you so far down the drag strip, like, to it ain't even funny. You know what I'm saying? So that does become a prideful thing, because you feel like, wait, I'm better than you because I have more money than you, but my car can't beat your car. It's an American muscle car. So that does become a prideful thing, and it becomes hate and envy and jealousy over time. So people are going to try to knock us off the map because they're hating on Mopar products. Yes, you know what I'm saying? We know we have issues in the Mopar community. We know that. We know we got to do something with these thieves out here. We know the thieves are going to come once you have shiny new things. They're going to come because they see that as a come up. We get that. They see it as a come up. They see it as a quick dollar. We know that. But at the same time, we can't let that stop us from being great. We can't let that stop us from coming together and setting the benchmark and raising the bar higher. Because we're going in a new direction, a new generation. Yeah, they want EVs and hybrids, but we got to go about it the right way. That's all we're saying to Stellantis. That's all we're saying to Mopar, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. If y'all want to hold on to something great, you have to work hard for it. You can't get lazy and kick your feet up and say, okay, we're just going to let the Hellcats, carry the whole entire brand and don't do nothing, and let, Stellantis cancel everything that we worked so hard for. It's just a shame, and it's kind of embarrassing to the Mopar car community as a whole. Like, it's just embarrassing, and it's sickening to see that we're going out like that. Like, I just don't get how we can go from setting a new benchmark, just raising the bar so high, and then we just drop off the map. Like, nobody's even interested in none of this EV talk. Nobody want a six-pack. People are complaining about why you rebadging the cars. We didn't ask for the Hornet. You did not put 500 plus horsepower in the Hornet, in the Dodge Hornet, like you did the Alfa Romeo, I think Stelvia or whatever. They put a Ferrari engine in the Alfa Romeo crossover. The Hornet brother was the Hornet bigger brother, but at the same time, you still could have dropped the Hurricane engine in there, tune it, 500 plus horsepower, whether you want it to be American muscle engine or do you want it to be foreign, Italian, our Italian brothers, as well as Ferrari. You could have got Ferrari to help tune that engine. Stellantis just didn't want to put the money into the Hornet to make it appealing to the true American muscle car guys and enthusiasts. They would have gave the Hornet a chance if it would have came with the power. 288 horsepower is not scary. 0 to 60 in about six and a half seconds isn't scary. If you ain't saying 3 seconds, three and a half seconds, 0 to 60 time in the Dodge Hornet, people ain't gonna give that thing a chance. It ain't gonna be a competitor to your competitors like M Sport, BMW, Mercedes AMG, Audi RS, an Audi RS Q8. You're not going to be able to compete with them until you come out with these higher trim levels. But you want us to be excited about a hybrid four-banger, a hybrid four-banger, a 1.3 liter or a 2.0 liter, and we're coming from 6.2 supercharged Hemi V8s, 6.4 liter Scat Packs, but we dropped down to a 1.3 liter Hornet, Dodge Hornet, or a 2.0 liter, pushing out 288 top horsepower, and then you want to rebadge it, and then you want to throw RT name on it, GT name on it. Stop the cap, man. This ain't true American muscle here. This ain't what we stand for. It's an embarrassment to the whole entire Mopar community, and I feel what they're saying, and the fan base have spoken. They don't want it. They don't want this new direction because we know it's headed for disaster. We know it's going to kill off Dodge. We know it's going to kill off SRT because this is the direction they want to kill off their competitors so that they can replace us with the European cars and rebadge everything. It starts with the Hornet. If the Hornet picks up in sales, let's just say the Hornet just starts selling like hotcakes. What's to stop them to rebadge a Challenger or a Charger? it'll be a Julia. We have Julias and Stelvias all rebadged across Mopar products. What would stop them from rebadging all of the Jeeps, or you know what I'm saying, the Pacifica, you know, the 300? That would be another Alfa Romeo. They want to replace us because they see that it's a hot product over here in the US. It's all about business at the end of the day, but at the same time, what about your fan base? It's just crazy that we're being ignored. Like, who does that? Who starts something this good and just terrorize it and just say, you know what, I don't care about y'all in the US. Y'all are just like Chrysler is just like Stellantis little adopted kids that they just couldn't have kids, so they just went in and adopted one. That's what it makes me feel like, bro. It's like when you have a passion for something and you love something, you can see the bigger picture. And that's crazy that it take a small person, a small content creator to come out and speak out on this. And because we got these big content creators, got all these deals and stuff in place with Stellantis, Chrysler, and Mopar. They can't say nothing because they're not gonna give me a free car. Or they're not gonna give me this. Dodge ain't gonna give me that. Dodge not gonna ask me to come out and review their cars because I'm bashing or I'm trashing Stellantis, or I don't like the new direction. I'm not with the EV whole bull crap, so I don't care about it. Look, me, I'm a realist. I'm just gonna speak my mind how I feel. If Dodge do ever have me come out and review cars, if they ever have Stellantis say, hey, you know, Jay, come out here and, you know, and review these cars. We want to get your input on it, on how we can move better in the direction to win the fan base back over, because they're not believing in the EV. The whole EV thing is bull crap. Nobody wants that. So how can we fix this between the fan base and Mopar and Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, SRT products? How can we move forward and win the fan base back over? It's called listening. I don't think you need rocket scientists to figure that out. You can just scroll down everybody comments that even speaks of an EV. As soon as they hear EV, they start throwing up. They're like, what? You know, it's just disgusting to even hear that come out. And listen, I'm part of the V6 gang, but I love my supercharged V8 Hemis as well. I love the SRT. I love the Hellcats, the Demons. It don't feel like American muscle with just a 6-pack being released. Whether it's just this year or going into the future, and they somehow make a concept version that they're announced that they're working on a new V8, a new modern V8, that we even have AI. We have artificial intelligence out here. We have AI that can help these people design a new V8. They spent billions into AI to make it more fuel efficient. You mean to tell me AI isn't smart enough to help these technicians and SRT help them build a more fuel efficient, small, like a 4.4 liter V8 to compete with Mercedes and BMW V8s, twin turbo, 4.4 liter? We don't have to go to 6.2 or 6.4 or 7.0 liters. I'm just confused. We have the technology to do it. How you can't tell me anything else if you're spending billions and trillions into AI, but you can't make water cooling engines or hydrogen engines or hybrid V8s? I'm not buying it. No, they're not going to trick me into believing that they can't do that. You can build everything. You can build airplanes. You can build a spaceship, a rocket to travel 1 billion miles away to another planet, but you can't build a V8 engine that's fuel efficient. I'm sorry, but you got to look at the bigger picture here, man. It don't add up. It just don't add up. You can build a spaceship, rockets, airplanes, helicopters, but you can't build a Hemi fuel efficient V8. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It don't add up. They have to come out and explain to us why they are trying to take out Dodge, why they are trying to destroy Dodge. Why is this the main target? Why is just the Challenger and the Charger the main target? Why not the Ram? Why not the Jeep? Why only the Challenger and the Charger was the main target for Stellantis? Because they know that is the test product. That is the one that moves the benchmark. Those Hellcats SRT products raise the bar. They know nobody would have been interested in Dodge if it wasn't for that Challenger and Charger Hellcat in 2015 that came out, that sought new benchmarks, that changed the world. that made everybody a believer in American muscle, true American muscle cars going on the drag strip in a straight line. They want to make Ford and Camaro sports cars to go around the track. No. It's cool that it can do that, and we love it too. We love the suspension and all that. No, but true American muscle cars, we want to go on a straight line, drag race straight ahead. We're not worrying about the track. We're not trying to be on NASCAR, you know what I'm saying, or Le Mans or whatever. No, drag strip. Yeah, Demons, Chargers, Challengers.